Hi guys, welcome back to MNUFC TV. Gonna get into the instant match reaction to LA Galaxy 2, Minnesota United 1. Heath did it again. It I'm on the fence with Heath because of my bias. I'm an Everton fan, but there has been so many head scratching decisions from Adrian, and one of them that has always baffled me, and the one that gets me the most, is how you constantly leave your leading goal scorer in the whole team, your leading goal scorer. You leave him on the bench in the two biggest games of the year, the Open Cup final and the first round of the MLS Cup playoffs against LAFC or LA Galaxy. And when you have a striker in Angelo Rodriguez who, let alone won't produce a shot, let alone score a goal, it just blows my mind every time. And I don't want to get in a rant on how bad Angelo has been this season, goal scoring wise. He does a great job holding the ball up, I think. Above average, at least. He's pretty strong when he's doing that, but when his back's to goal. But he doesn't have any skill moves. He can't beat a defender. He can't produce a shot. He hardly did anything the second half of the year. And I've been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, give him a little bit of confidence, maybe. I don't know, just not suck in that. There was one opportunity in the beginning of the first half where Angelo should at least be producing a shot, and he doesn't even shoot. He doesn't even put his leg through. At first, I thought he dummied it to whoever was. I think it was Ethan who was making a run behind him, but Ethan wasn't making a dummy run. It was he was coming. He was making a run to maybe get a rebound if Angelo produces a shot. Something like so. It was baffling. Um, that's my first concern. I'm not a Molino does a job and he does well and he's all right, but he's no Darwin Quintero. He's no absolute out and out game changer, and that's what Darwin Quintero is. And it absolutely scares me to death that he has not gotten an extension without a replacement in the team. One of the first things we need to do in the off season is go buy a striker who can score goals, anything. Another thing in Adrian's decision making. Um, since August 17th, Miguel Ibarra hasn't played. Um, to be fair on Adrian, Miguel had an earned starting role for his previous performance, but that was in performances. But that was in August. He hadn't been playing very well, and Miguel will be the first person to tell you that. But with Robin Lod offering little to nothing on the wing, um, holds possession quite well. Does that and only that. He has no pace. He has a little bit of trickery, slightly, but he has no physical pace to beat a center back. Um, so just trying other options. I mean, Abu was thrown out there tonight, but throughout the year, I thought Miguel maybe could have had a bigger chance. And I wish him nothing but the best in the future. A club legend. And it was gutted to see him on the sideline when the last sub came in, and it was Abu. Not against Abu or anything, but it was just hard to see that. As I expect, he will be gone this off season. Maybe he'll go link up in Houston with Christian Ramirez. That'd be something really cool to see. And I hope they take care of him or whoever, because he is a great human and a great player to have in your club. A lot of fans really enjoy him, as me included. Just thought he maybe could have got a bigger chance this year, but we won't get into that because he had some poor performances. So that's just an off one. But Angelo and Lod, especially with Lud's insane salary for how poor I believe he of a player he is. I don't know. I'm just assuming he has a contract for next year, being we just acquired him. Um, so I think there's that. It's nice to have some of the guys for sure coming back, but it scares me without with Cracone being so young and Darwin not being that replacement. But leaving him out in the biggest two games of the year is absolutely insane to me. Um, yeah, just absolutely insane. Um, Mason Toy also had a really good opportunity in the second half where he should have scored, or at least put it on target at least. But it was a really poor shot from Mason. Usually pretty good goal scorer, but Mason's young, raw, and but very very talented. But he should not be the number one striker in our club for sure. Um, Definitely not yet. I don't think. Future, yes, but we are. This team was crying out for a goal scorer all year. Um, as well as yeah, Finley was just chilling off sides. The whole first 30 minutes was just hanging out off sides, and it was baffling. Don't even know what else to say about that. But the back line is pretty solid. I mean, the second goal was just a really good shot from Giovanni Dos Santos. Second goal, or the first goal, or the second goal is from Giovanni. The first goal from Legit, or what, however you pronounce his name. Um, some good defending by blocking, but just not getting that rebound. And it's a tough goal to concede after the hard fought first, what was it, 70 minutes. So it was tough. Definitely tough, especially after conceding right away after. Really put the game out of reach after the insane amount of missed opportunities in the first half, because that's what this is going to come down to, and it's came down to this almost every game. Our missed opportunities, our missed chances. We produce some really great chances, but we can't score goals. It's just that simple. And if something needs to change in that way, so that that about is it for complaining about the attack, because as soon as Darwin came on, and Molino stayed on, but Darwin came on for Ethan, I thought we looked better going forward a bit. Not that Ethan has been bad this year. He's came up with some big goals, but he just wasn't his night. Yeah, Ozzy I thought played really well in the midfield. Gregus did not have his best performance, so unfortunately he gave the ball away sloppily a couple times in some very dangerous situations, where we were lucky at the second half not to give away a goal in some of those. So that that was just one thing. He does pop up with an amazing nice shot for the goal, and but he did not have his best performance in the midfield. But he does get the goal, and he did his job. There was just being a little nitpicky. There was just a couple things that he was wasteful in possession close to the Brewhall side. In the second half, he gave away the ball a couple times when we were trying to work it up the field with some bad touches. But after the back line was, I thought Chase Casper actually had an outstanding game at left back. He played extremely well, and Roman didn't have his best night at right back, but his best night is actually pretty. His non-best night is pretty solid and good. He tried to get up and down. He just the crosses just weren't working, and it just seemed so predictable. Like the whole year was just get it out to Montier cross, Gasper cross. We didn't have a lot of these through balls, passes, getting players through a net, which is frustrating. Just becoming so predictable is hard to watch, especially if we had a goal scorer in the middle that put goals in. It would have no problem with it, but we had no one that could get the ball in the net. Angelo should have had a header goal. there was just many missed opportunities, and that's what it came down to. And the back line was good. Ike and Boxall, I thought, had great nights with dealing with Zlatan. He was pretty quiet all night. The second goal, like I said, it's a great goal, and it's just so frustrating after such a great year. And the Galaxy aren't even that good. That's the thing; they really are not. And um, they're playing a derby, which was with LAFC, so you don't know who's going to win that game. But their back line is really not that good. They made us create so many opportunities, and we struggle with putting them away, and that's what it's going to go down to. So, um, yeah, it was tough, tough. The subs really Abu got loose a couple times, but there was one time at the end where Abu's threw on net and not threw on net, but threw to the corner of the pitch by the Wonderwall and slips on the turf. Why are we playing a football game a day before the MLS fucking Cup playoffs? It does not make sense. That should literally never happen again. The Tommy Johnny game at Allianz. It should never happen again. Um, the field looked like shit. Absolute shit. The grounds crew, they did an awesome job by getting it all turned around. Absolutely awesome down. It is not their fault at all. But playing an amateur football game, American football game on a pitch before that, after it just kind of got put in, replaced, fucking brainless decision. Absolute fucking brainless decision. Um, yeah, Chris Wright, just brainless decision. I do not care if it will be okay. It wasn't him. Maybe if it wasn't him, I don't know who it was. Someone up top. Brainless decision. Absolute brainless. You just don't do it. I don't care how much revenue it brought in. If and I'm sure it did, obviously, but just brainless decision. Absolutely brainless. Looked awful on TV. Looked decent at first, but you could see all the football line. No one wants to watch a game like that. Especially when the turf's coming up, you could see the bumpy surfaces, the divots. It was shit. It was absolutely shit. I'm trying not to blow up right here, but it was bad, absolutely bad. Anyway, just tough loss because we could have had it easily in the first half. Could have had it, and I just think it was just another bit of Adrian trying to out coach himself and leaving Darwin out. Like, it just does not make sense. It just doesn't. Even go the last couple games before the playoffs, he would be starting. It just brainless decision. But that'll probably do it for me for the instant match reaction. It was just a lot of things came down to this game, and a lot of decisions that were made before the game were the reason we lost the game. Very poor, and a couple of set pieces we could have easily scored a goal. I just wish we would have on a couple corners instead of doing a low corner to Abu or Molino or whatever the hell we were trying to do. We could have maybe just put an ice ball in for Gregus, and I like our odds with Boxall and Ike, and then in the box over. I mean, they were saying because Zlatan's in there, but Ike and Boxall were winning headers all day on Zlatan. So yeah, he's a great player. But man, was there. It was there for the taking, and we just did not. It's gonna same thing, lack of opportunities. But that's gonna be it for me for the instant match reaction. A little long, but I needed to get that out. All right. So thanks for watching. As always, come on, you loons.